It's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I can't stop. Help me. I just keep making stuff with bags. So I have two more pockets for you guys today. Um, I wanted to show you how this pocket ended up in the end. Sometimes it's really hard after I make a pocket to decorate it fully in the amount of time because I'd already gone like an hour. I think I ended up editing it a little bit, so it was a little bit shorter. But anyways, I just was sort of struggling. You could probably tell with the decorating portion of it. But then later I was able to like focus again and get back into it. But anyways, I decided I like this card better this way than having their feet sticking out. So I turned it this way. I like that. And I added this is from a little math book that I have, and then this is a stamp from Tim Holtz, and then this is one of Tracy Fox's little labels there. And then this, as you saw, folds down so you could write right there. And our pocket, or our tag here, is the gentleman. I didn't really do anything else to this but added threads and that. And then this is the Tim Holtz, what do they call that? It's the tape that feels like fabric. Why can't I think of it? I'm drawing a complete blank, but it's this. It's like literally on the tip of my tongue. But anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. It feels like fabric, but it's tape. So I put those on all of them, the tape on all of them, and I added threads to all of them and stitched around them. I added a piece of paper to the back. It's the same paper as that. And then on this tag, which was real crazy, I'm really not sure what I was thinking when I made that, but anyway, just added a little thread. And that's what I came up with. And then this guy that I said I wanted to tuck back here, I just put coffee and Tim Holtz inks and inked around the edges and used my Stabilo All little pencil, the black water soluble pencil, to, you know, make marks and whatever around it. So that'll sit like that. But then you can write on the back of this because I covered it with some manila drawing paper as well. And I kind of tore around the edges of the paper, so you know, it's a little janky around there. But anyway, that is that one completed. I think it came out good once it was, once I got a grip again. I don't know why I get like that sometimes where I just like lose focus or something. You know, around here, who knows what's going to happen. All right, so what we're going to do today is some more paper bag pockets. So this one, I'm sure you can tell, you can glue onto your page, and it's got pocket in here, and you could probably put like two little tags in there. Then there's a pocket here, and then if you just glue on your journal page around the edges, you'll have a pocket at the back. So that one's kind of cool. And this, very, very, very similar, is a pocket here again, and then there's a pocket here, and a pocket at the back if you just glue around the three sides. So those are fun. Those were super fun to make. I really like this. It's just a good way to use these up because, my word, sometimes I wonder, you know, I think like I would think I was out of paper bags because I have the bigger size too. But, and then I buy more. Have you ever done that? And then you get home and you're like, oh my gosh, now I have like 2 stacks of paper bags. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the other little pocket that we just did. We're going to cut the sides off. Try to keep it as straight as you can because you know these are not square. And I can't cut straight either. So yeah. So how y'all doing? I hope you're all well. Sorry, I just got right into the jabber, jabber, jabber. 50 miles an hour. And then flip it over. Don't turn it around because this edge is all crazy. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're just cutting off about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. And it does move a little bit with these kind of cutters. So then it will open, and sometimes it's cut all the way and sometimes it's not. So then you got to cut it. But that's easy enough to do. Maybe I'm just going to use my little blade here. This is actually a scalpel for my husband's work. It's not a used one. Like I've said before, they open the packages for surgeries and anything they don't use from the package has to be thrown away. Or I mean, anything they do use and don't use has to be thrown away. They can't like use it again is what I'm saying, or use it for the first time because the whole sterile situation. So I get brought home all kinds of randomness, but it's great because who doesn't need a sharp blade when crafting? Oh, that one came out. Yay. Okay. And then you're going to turn it over to the side where the bag, the flap comes over, you know, because this is the bottom of the bag, but it usually has a little flap right there. So you're going to want to open it all the way, and then you're going to start a cut line from like, leave yourself at like 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch over there. You don't want to cut it all the way open because then obviously you're just going to cut this flap off, and I don't want to cut the flap off. I want to leave it attached. So, I mean, you could fix it if you did cut it all the way off, but see, I don't want to go all the way to the end, okay? And then I'm going to close that again, just the way it would normally be. There, we're back to the bag shape. So now this pocket, because that drives me crazy. You guys ever make pockets like this and it's those little short, they're only this big? That drives me nuts. I don't know why. So I decided I was going to cut into it, if I can figure out a way to show you. So now you can put your tag all the way down to the bottom. So we are going to put some glue on this side because, and this is the one that's closest to the bottom. Don't put glue on the other flap, just the one that's closest to that bottom flap. Just because then that way, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I had a moment of, is that going to glue that shut? But it doesn't, because see, you can still see all the way down to the bottom there. This just keeps it from catching. Okay, so there's that. Then what we're going to do is we'll do the angled one first. Oh, I cut some off the top. That's right. Because it's kind of long. I mean, you could do it from there, but I cut about, I'm going to say, it's probably 3/4 of an inch off. I just kind of eyeball it. It doesn't have to be exact. It's just like that much off the top of the bag. I don't want all the rufflies and all that jazz. So then I glued this one to the outside because I thought I might have it as a writing space, which you could. So I went like that way out to the outside. But I think on this one I'm going to go to the inside. And I must have cut this one a little bit shorter. But it doesn't really, it's not going to make that big of a difference. If you want it shorter, you can definitely make it shorter. See, I'm going to have it like that. So I decided that this is very flimsy, this particular paper bag. So I'm going to just glue it down. But you can fold it to the outside and then have that flap that you can flip up and write on. Is it the Rita Donnelly flip or whatever? Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I just cannot remember her name. Okay, so then that will go like that. And then the other one, you just make a little bit like taller so that it goes up above where the other flap was. So you're going to leave a gap from there to there. It's about that big of a gap, like 1/2 inch. And then that gives you, you know, this. And a lot of you may have done things like this with book page, because this sort of a fold thing is pretty common with book page pockets. So we're doing a lot of the same jazz that lots of people do. Not totally novel or anything. Okay, so now I have that part. I'm gonna glue this flap right here and then on the inside right here. So it's sort of like going down the same line of the bag, but you have this extra little piece that you don't put glue on. So you're just going down and down. Did I get? Yeah, that's glued together already. get myself all confused with these things. And then same thing with this side. We're going to put it under that little flap, glue that down, and then under the whole bigger flap. And this one I'm going to go all the way up the side because that's how we close that up entirely. And I probably should have done the same over there, but I didn't. So I'll just get that. Alrighty, and then what I did with this one is I just rounded the top of it. I tried my corner rounder, and we'll try it again. It did not like this thin paper bag, and so I ended up just cutting it with scissors, but we'll see if it'll do it. It's kind of a stinker like that. Oh, I think it did it. And you don't have to do it at all. You could just leave it straight, and that's fine too. And then this one down here, I just kind of almost like just cut the corner off just to make it a little more roundy. So there's that, and then this pocket is much deeper now. See, I like that better. All right, so there's that one. The other one's super similar, so I'm going to set those up there and throw that away and get another bag and move my blade, even though I'll need it again. Been doing a little bit better the last 2 days with the cough, so hallelujah. And thank you to everybody who had well wishes in that. That was very kind. And said I should take vitamins. I do take vitamins. I know it probably doesn't seem like it, but just trying to keep it straight here. Open it up and get rid of these again. Probably gonna have to. It's hard to tell if that's just, yeah, just kind of glued down a little tiny bit. I'm just gonna use my scissors for that. Okay, get rid of those. And then we're going to do the same thing with our pocket. So this is the part of the bag with the little flap. I want to make that flap deeper. So I'm going to open it all the way out, and I'm going to cut not on this line, but that second line in. And we're just going to cut, again, not all the way from the edge, so leave about 1/4 of an inch or so. It just keeps you from having to glue on that top flap. You know, the whole thing. So then we're going to fold it back the way it was when we started. So there's that. There's a hole in there. Okay. This one, oh, I keep forgetting about that darn top part. Do the same thing. Just cutting off about 3/4 of an inch. Okay. And I'm sure you can tell this one, I just am folding this down to where that other flap, you know, the bottom part of the bag is, and it's not square. So I'll fix that before we're done here. So that's basically to there is where I folded it. And then this one, you're just leaving a little bit higher, as much or as little as you like. I'm going with probably about 1/2 inch, maybe not quite 1/2 inch, just a little less. And I try to get it straight, but it usually isn't. So then I look to see if it looks weird, and it doesn't, so yay. And I'm going to glue it, and then I will fix the sides, because it's kind of hard to fix it when it's really flimsy, because these are, again, are so thin. But if you are using, remember these are like 18 by 3.5. So if you just use a strip of paper, 18 by 3.5, then you won't have that problem. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I gotta remember, it's this flap. So the flap closest to the bottom you can glue down if you want to. You don't have to. I just think it'll keep from catching on things. So we're going to glue that to that. And then this is going to come here. And I'm going the side down. So it's the same thing. You're gluing this little flap and the flap on the inside down on the side, you know, to make your pocket. Close it up. There's the little one. I'll go ahead and glue this so it stops flopping around. You can use glue stick for this too. I just had this out, so that's what I'm using. Use whatever you got that you like. Oopsie. And it might be better or smarter, and I'm going to glue that down too, to cut my little thumb notches, because last time I did not, and that's always tricky once the bag is closed up. Okay, so you can see that's not, it's real kooky here, but I'll fix it when I, where is my, when I close that, or when I'm done, I'll fix the sides. I think I'm going to pull these till they're even with each other and do both of those at the same time, because that would be smarter. What's the saying? Work smarter, not harder. That would be good, right? Okay. And then you can ink them or whatever. This one I didn't do yet, but we're going to do that. Turn it around. Try to find the middle as best I can. Okay. So I got all the thumb notches. You could do a thumb notch in that other one too. I just didn't. But yeah, you could put a thumb notch there too. Okay, now we can glue these sides down. Oh, why did I go all the way to the top? Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I have the weirdest thing happened, you guys. Well, it's not like the weirdest thing ever, but it's weird. I had my digital, I don't know if you guys remember it, from last year, called Spooky Art Dolls. Do you guys remember that? Well, it was on my shop, in my Etsy shop. I've been there, was there. And then I had a customer say to me today, I'm looking for your Spooky Art Dolls. And I was like, I don't think I have Spooky Art Dolls, because I went looking for them and couldn't find them and all that. And then it dawned on me, I do too. I have the ones where I drew the faces. And, hold on just a second. And did the bodies and all that. These ones. This particular one I put a corrugated cardboard body, but there were bodies too that you could cut out. And I drew these goofy faces. Well, this one I didn't draw, but that one I did, and there was a different pumpkin I did draw. But anyhow, it's gone out of my shop. Not only is it gone out of my shop, there is no record of anybody ever buying it when I go back through my orders. And I know people bought it because, you know, I remember. So if you own that digi, if you bought that digi from me, if you wouldn't mind contacting me on my Etsy shop, the first, so like if you're the 10th, you're not gonna get anything just because I won't need 10 copies. You see what I'm saying? The first person who contacts me on my Etsy shop and can send me a copy of that digital, I'll give you a digital from my shop of your choice. So you can pick any of the digis in my shop that you want, one, you know, and I'll send that to you, kind of like we're exchanging a digital, if you see what I mean. I don't know what else to do. It's just like evaporated. And I didn't keep, like, I do keep copies, but even my copy on my Google Drive for some reason is gone. And it's like the files there, it says Spooky Art Dolls, and there's the drawn faces, but there isn't anything else. So I have no idea what happened. It's really kind of weird. So needless to say, I really would like it back in my shop. Halloween's coming and it was fun, you know. So if you do own a copy, I would absolutely be so thankful if you would send me a copy, like I said, and I'll give you my email address and all that, whoever contacts me first. And then you can choose which digital you want out of my Etsy shop. and give me your email and we'll exchange. So if you have it and you want to do that, just let me know, please. It's the most bizarre, and I've contacted Etsy, but you can't get a hold of them. It is the most ridiculous thing trying to get a hold of them. So anyhow, that's my dilemma, and I'm hoping maybe somebody can help me out, because it's weird. It's really weird that it's like gone from everywhere. It's gone from my Google Drive. It's just gone. It's like it never existed. Like there's not even, I go back to my orders from this time roughly last year, you know, all the way through October, and it's nowhere. Like I never sold it at all. It is so strange to me. So anyhow, if you could possibly do that, that would be awesome. All right, so then I think what we'll do, since that was 21 minutes, we will decorate one. I'll decorate one. So I did, you saw me punch a hole here, or a thumb notch. Okay, so we're just gonna do one. And we're gonna do, I think, sort of Halloween-y, because I'm gonna use my Spooky Pass digital, I think. Oh, I forgot I did the little ones. We could definitely use that. Use those. I don't know which one I want, so. So yeah, strange things. Strange things. That is the weirdest thing ever to me. Because I was like, okay, well, somehow it got deleted off of Etsy, you know, maybe I did it or whatever. But then there's like no record of any sales of it. It's just weird. I don't know. So anywho, that would be awesome. Whoever, if anybody can help. Thank you. All right. So please don't be upset if you're not the first person, because it's nothing personal. It's just I can only give away, you know, so many. Strange. My son was even mind boggled, and he usually is like, oh, you just need to do this and that and the other thing, and you know. But even he was like, that is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, well, of course, because it's me, and I'm all about that wacky weirdness. Wacky, I say. Yeah, I don't understand. That's so strange. The orders part is the part that gets me the most, because I'm just like, how is that possible? So yeah, this is my Spooky Pass digital. It's my new one, my new Halloween-y sort of one. The poor lady's like, oh yeah, you did have spooky art. I was like, yeah, you are 100% correct. I did. I'm just dingling. And I don't know when it disappeared either, because, you know, it wasn't the time of year that I was looking for it or anything. So strange. And I'll put a notch in this once it gets dry for that little bit up there. Have some old dead leaves. I don't really want to put on the back. I do like this October thing, but I think I'm going to use one of these. Oh yeah, I forgot that's not one whole piece back there, is it? But I think she'll fit. I like this one that says haunted. So you've got the whole size page, regular size page, and then I did these smaller ones too. So you can use them as card toppers, or you could make a tiny journal, you know, that type of thing. Yeah, I could totally see me accidentally like deleting it from my shop. That that wouldn't really shock me, but it's the whole, like, no record of it whatsoever. That's the part that's blowing my mind. Anything dippy? Yeah, I probably did it, but yeah, it's not gonna really go all the way over there, is it? Because of, could just kind of tear it. Doesn't really have to go all the way down inside of there necessarily. Because remember, we cut that pocket not all the way across, so that's why it's not going. Just gonna try to get this corner. Yeah, let me know too if you've had anything weird like that in your Etsy shop, if you have an Etsy shop. I just think that's bizarre. It's very haunted feeling, you know? Well, that was awful. Okay, well, I'll just put something else under there. I really stink at that. I should just mark it and quit trying to make it difficult. Not sure what I want to put back there. Weird and crazy stuff. We'll just put a piece of this super fall apart ebook. Pasha, I hear you breathing in your stuffed up nose. I'll mark it this time so I don't mess it up again, if I can find something to mark it with. Oops. Don't craft like me, guys. It's a disaster. Just get the ideas and run with them. Yeah, so strange, so strange. It's got me mind boggled. Sorry, that's probably all I'm going to think about now. I'm just completely mind boggled by it. I left like a little bit of silver over there. So anyway, I'm telling you, if it's weird, it'll happen to me. Yeah, I don't know. Trying to keep the area a little cleaner than I did the other day, because that was like, wow, it was too much. I think that was part of my problem. Now, I don't know if I'm going to start a journal with this. I haven't made up my mind. I'm going to do some kind of cool cover, kind of like the denim ones. But I don't have a whole lot of dark fabrics or anything. I'm going to have to dig through everything and see what I do have. I was thinking it'd almost be fun to do it out of like black denim, but I don't know if that would work or not. I mean, it seems it would, but don't know. I do find Halloween fun. I know it's not for everybody, but I've always enjoyed it. Let's use some of my industrial just to lighten it up a little bit. I think you could definitely use the industrial in a like Halloween journal as well, just because, you know, there's some darker colors, and then of course the old photos kind of always lend themselves, so you can make them look Halloweenish. So they're just fun. It's a good mix, good combo. Now, I don't have any idea how I'm going to do this here, but I kind of like this swirly stuff. So maybe I'll just come like kind of like that. And, you know, these are old pictures anyways. They're just daguerreotypes, or however you say it. I'm probably saying it wrong. But you could definitely blend the two, I believe. And come up with something cool looking. When it hangs over, I'm just going to trim it. These kind of things are always interesting. You could definitely decorate it before you know, fold it all up and everything. Probably be easier. Or, of course, it would be fun also to paint it a little bit. Oh, I never did notch that, did I? Oh, I can't turn it that way. How am I gonna even know here what I've got going on? I can kind of see it. Oh, that was awful. Be smart and do this after you decorate it. Just really can't see it that great. Okay. There we go. And then just a little strip of something up there at the top. Some old music would be good. I think I'll just use this strip down here with just the music, because it's not a very big area. And I have that notch too, but that'll be a little easier to do since it's easier to see. Yeah, I would definitely recommend decorating first. Or, you know, at least getting your paper on that you want to use. Okay, I'm going to put a little something there. I'm going to wait till that dries and then I'll get it. What do I have in here? I have all kinds of Halloween stuff that I haven't seen in over a year. Well, maybe not over a year, but a year. See, this is one of those art dolls. The bats might be kind of cool because I could tear off the bottom. There's one of my goofy pumpkins. Oh, here's one of my other. This one's from my Spooky Stamps, and that one's available in my shop. Oh, the cat's cute, but it's not really a cute thing we got going on, is it? I do like cute Halloween stuff, though. Oh, here's a leg. Oh, that's kind of weird, because it's... Oh, I know what I could use. Let's see if I can find it. Well, I could use one of the photos, huh? Like that little boy, for example, is super spooky. He was the spookiest one of all. I didn't even do anything to that. Like, you know, to try to make it look spookier. These are my... That's in my Spooky Stamps, I think, too. Those little sayings. He's super creepy too. Let's see, can I tear this from here? Don't want to tear anything we don't want to tear here. I do like the pumpkin as well. But this little guy is scary. I'm not generally freaked out by like old photos. I like them. I actually love them, but these ones are a little bit creepy. They weren't intended to be. It's just how they turned out. Yeah, I like that on there. Other little bits do I have, because Witch's Brew just doesn't really go with that. And I got a little bit of... Oh, this is good. They're scary. This little box. No, I don't like the box. Oh, one of these numbers might work. We could do 31. This is an old, some kind of tape measure. I don't even know. I got it at an antique store. But it was like this, all rusty looking and weird. Yeah, that'll work. I need to punch the hole in there. Helps if you hold it correctly. Do I have a little brad? Get a hold of them. An orange one. That'll work. It's probably the only time of year you'll see me use orange. I don't know why. I do like some oranges. Like, I definitely like this more of a little bit dusty or something orange. And I do like peach. But some of those super bright ones, I just know. Like, for example, my daughter's college is Boise State, and they have that blue and orange. That orange is whoa. Even on the days they have orange outs, they call them, because they have white out where you wear a white shirt, you know, and a blue out where you wear a blue shirt, you know, you guys get it. They have the orange out. I just go in my white shirt. I'm like, I can't. I can't do that. Well, the only other problem is I look orange when I wear it, so it's just bad. It's not a good look. Can't do the super bright versions. Because I do love fall colors. Definitely. Oh. My hands are all sticky. Okay, where is my paper towel? I guess I got rid of it. Yeah, these little guys are in my Spooky Stamps digital, which is also fun. It's a fun one, not a scary one. If you're more into the fun version. All right, that was pretty productive and much better than the other day when I just was like, I don't know what to do. And then I would probably take some of these tags and I'll cut a couple out and just put them in there, but then I'll back them at a different time. So you guys don't have to watch me do that. Let's use this lady. I thought later after I made this, my husband goes, man, those are good apparitions. And I thought, I should have named it Apparition. Sometimes naming stuff, I'm like, I don't know. How about Spooky Past? I kind of went with the spooky thing because that's what I name all of my Halloween stuff is Spooky something, you know. But it's like, that would have been better. Or Spooky Apparition. Durr. But anyway. So that one could go in there after it's, you know, backed. But we'll just set it there for now. And I think I need one of these creepy photos. Like this guy. And I'll back this and stuff too. I mean, that's literally the way that photo was. I did nothing to it. I think he would be terrifying in life. I'm gonna be honest. Sorry, dude, but yikes. See, that's good. Let's use another photo, or do I want this October thing? I don't want anything that's gonna cover her up. Is this tag too tall? Well, I could swap places with the guy and these ladies. These ones were pretty creepy too. And I'll probably add some fabric and threads and stuff at the top. I need to get some more black thread. I'm like almost out. I think I might, I don't know, do something like that maybe. And then there would be you could put a big tag, I think, behind. I'm trying to think. I'm not sure if one of the wide ones would fit unless you, this one might, only glued like two sides and left it more as a tuck instead of a pocket back there. But we'll see here with this. I like this one too. She's real scary. Supposedly there were lots of ghosts in the town I grew up in, but I never saw any. I did have that sense every so often being there. Every once in a while in my dad's house, when I was upstairs like at night washing my face, I would swear there was somebody standing behind me, but I never saw anything. And then one of the places I worked at up there, when I'd go up to the attic to grab stuff for packaging or whatever, I would have that same sensation, but I never heard anything or saw anything or anything like that. So I don't know what to think about all that. Alright, that'll fit. So even glued down, you could glue it on 3 sides and then glue it down. I like it. It's eerie, creepy, and I like it. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you don't like the Halloween thing, just decorate it however you like. You don't have to do the same decorations. Anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will chat with you guys again tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.